Hey guys, I'm here with my teammate and friend Matt Wright. He just top 32 to YCS Austin with. What'd you top with?
I played Machine and Gear Gear.
Alright, so let's just go through it.
Okay, so the deck plays 3 gear frames. This is the machinist stuff. I'm not going to give much explanation. There's 3 Fortress, Cannon. That's the whole engine of that. Okay, then we got 1 card D. I had thought about using 2 of this, but I decided to opt it out because I couldn't decide something else to take out for it. And the 1 was fine all weekend. It's better. It's a better alternative than like main decking a Thunder King or something because it gets you more shit out of the deck and whatnot. We got 3 gear Arsenal. I don't know. Should I explain this?
No. How much did you beat down with that card?
A lot. Like, you get your 17 and then you tribute it for the fucking armor, and it's good. Armor. What this does is it can flip face down, reflip it.
Does stuff.
And you can get fucking this guy out of the deck and this guy and all of them. Something that is really good with this is you play a slow roll game where you will flip this, get your plus off it, reflip it back face down, keep doing that. And when you want to push, it's an amazing card for like playing incredibly slow tempo games. Let's see, we got 3 Accelerator. This is the one that specials in face of defense if you got one on the field. Makes all the rank 4 plays and whatnot.
So that's it for monsters?
Yeah, that's it for monsters.
So no Karakuris?
No Karakuris ever his ass.
14? No. Is it 14?
No, it's 17. Yeah, 17. Next we've got spells. 2 Forbidden Lance. I use this obviously because Fire Fists are deck. That and this card's getting a lot better with the meta, especially with warning at 1. With people always having 1 set bottomless or torrential or mirror force or whatever else, you can protect your monster. And this card probably honestly should be worth. It'll probably go up to more than the 20 this is already is out right now. 2 Pot of Duality. Obviously, just to go through the deck. I thought about using a Cardio or 1 Pot of Duality, but I decided against it last minute because I couldn't decide if I wanted to use that. 3 MST, Pot of Avarice. I decided against this card. I played at Regionals 2 weeks ago that I also taught with this deck. I decided against this card at first because it's incredibly dead early game. But after more testing and what I like with the, a lot more testing with this deck, I decided to put it back in just because it recycles all of your Machina stuff back, like the gear frames and the cannon and your accelerators back. And that's why I do that. Book of Moon, this was almost a 3rd Lance when I was testing, but this card's just good at 1. It helps versus Fire Fist because you can flip their monster face down, obviously, their bear, their gorilla, whatever else. It's good against Dino Rabbit because if they rabbit, obviously you can book one of the monsters and all that shit. Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy.
Staples, yay.
Traps, I've got Solemn Warning.
Batman and Robin.
Starlight Road, double Bottomless, double D Prison, double Mirror Force, 3 Fiendish Chain. The Fiendish Chains are, in my opinion, the best part of the trap lineup because this deck, it doesn't struggle versus Fire Fist. I think I played 4 Fire Fist in Swiss and I 2-0'd all of them. No, I didn't 2-0 all of them, but I beat every single one. I have a feature match round 8 where I just gave the D to the guy.
The D.
This card's good because everything in the format right now, everything's based around effects. This also stops attacks, which is why I like it. You've got like Mermails when they discard their Megalo and their Marksman. You wait for them to target off the Marksman, obviously, then you can flip this in the same chain link because Marksman requires activation you target. This card obviously is for it's just generic monster hate. Bottomless generic monster hate. Both those are staples. That's there because I play a lot of back row. These, just generic monster hate. I do not play Torrential Tribute because it does not flow right with this deck.
Right.
In a lot of cases, when you've got Gear E armor or a Gear Giant X on the board, you don't want to force the Torrential off because the only time you ever want to do that is when you've already got those equipped with a Gear Frame.
Right.
So that's the main deck. It's 41 cards in all. Should I go through the extra?
Yeah.
So I've got Utopia, double Maystroke, double Gear Geek on X, double Abyss Dweller, because mainly for water. Gaga Cowboy, Black Ship, Diamond Direwolf, Roach. I only use this because I thought more like Chaos Dragons would be played. and they weren't played at all. I didn't face them on Shockmaster. Didn't go into this ever. I didn't go to this either. Didn't go to that either. I made these two and all of these at least once, except Utopia. And then Big Eye, obviously, because I run Fortress and he's a level 7. And he's the best rank 7 right now. Stardust, because of Starlight Road. Chimera Tech. I cited one Cyber Dragon, and I'm not cutting this. It's fucking garbage. Didn't use it once because I didn't play any. The only reason I cited this is for the stupid Kara Curry deck. I didn't expect to play a mirror match, which I didn't. The only other person playing this deck was Samuel Pedigo, I think, and he was playing it differently. So my side deck was one Banisher. Should I get into explanations out here? Right now. I'll just go through the side deck first.
Yeah.
So we've got. I'll just go through like case by case for what my general hate. So one Banisher, 2 Soldiering, 2 Debunk, Veiler, 2 Maxis, 1 Dust, Cyber Dragon, 2 Soul Taker, Breakthrough Skill, Snowman, and Packy. So let me get into why I used this first. This was something that I switched very last minute. It was actually the morning of when I switched this because I didn't decide if I want to use 3 of these or 1 and 2. I played 3 waters altogether. I lost my last round to the water deck that was using controller. The reason why is because that version is so much more aggressive that you slowly get out advantage and outpace. And if you get into a top decking game, you're probably going to lose because they're either going to top deck Undyne to use their marksman and everything on your face downs, or they're going to top deck Moo and Glace, and their top decks are much better than the mono build, which has almost no top decks in general. So these 3 obviously were for water. These were also for water. This card is good, Debunk, because it's obvious why it's good against water. The main reason I sided this, which I didn't even play against, was because of spellbooks. Because Priestess is an effect, you can banish it from their hand, and they have no win condition. I also played the Soul Drain over the Defissure and Macro is because it conflicts too much with Fortress. We got the 2 Maxis. I side these in versus water. I side my usual side versus water was 2 of these, all of this, and then the 1 Veiler was to get if I played against. This is a good example of this. I played against Heretics round I think 6, and the guy was really bad. But the point is that if you play Maxi, you have to draw into something with the Maxi, or else it's not going to be beneficial to your overall cause. I was playing Gores at first over this, but I don't think Gores right now he's okay. He is good, but not for this deck, because I always have monsters and everything on the board. They never just completely wipe my board. So I played this. I sided this in versus Fire Fist a lot, along with the Breakthrough Skill. And I also played against Windups too. I lost to the French guy who went, I think, 11-0 or whatever.
Genki Factory?
Yeah, he's a champ, John. Anyway, the Maxi gets you into this, which is just could stop their overall push. The Soul Takers were for just general spell and trap destruction. I mean, not spell and trap, just monster destruction. Their spot removal, which this deck can sometimes have a problem with. Breakthrough Skill, this is something I put in once again last minute. My friend Luke told me not to play this card. He thought it was ass. This card is not ass. This is just simply another Fiendish Chain. It doesn't stop an attack, but what's good about it is, especially I played against I think 2 Macro Rabbit and Swiss, and if you break their skill, the Lagia, it's obviously negated. But if they have a Lagia already on board, like this happened. I had this in the graveyard, and they had a Lagia on board, and I top a Gear Frame, and I still cannon deck with a Fortress Engrave. So you activate this in your graveyard, you negate it, I summoned it, got the cannon back, attack, and then equipped. This card also is a quick effect. I thought this was Ignition, but this is a quick effect on your turn. So you can chain this to their Dolkas, their Lagias, and whatever else. And a lot of people do not check their graveyard for this. Absolutely nobody I sided this in against checked their graveyard for this. Against the Fire Fist guy, I played one of them, I forget who. He had chained an attack. I did. What did I do? Maybe it wasn't that. No, it was another. It was a macro player. I'm getting rounds mixed up. But anyway, I mirror forced his Logia. He had put a Logia and a Dolk on the board, so I chained this to his Logia, and he tried to negate the mirror force. I chained it, and both of his guys went to the graveyard. Might have been double log, I don't remember. One Snowman and one Packy was simply because I couldn't decide which of these I liked more. This is obviously better versus Dino Rabbit, or Dino Rabbit, because they a lot of the time use their vanillas and their guaiba. A lot of people are bad and just like tack directly into this, and when it flips, they usually think it's like it could be like a Gear Armor or something. Like a lot of people attack into face downs this far, which is terrible. But you get your free +1 off it. This was mainly for Samurais. I also side this in. I side both of these in versus Dino Rabbit, but this card's mainly for Samurais because they overextend their board and then it just beats them. One Dust Tornado for just general trap and spell destruction. I couldn't decide even if I wanted to use that or Lance, so I just decided the Dust. This one Cyber Dragon was for the deck I was most afraid to lose against all weekend, was the Karakuri OTK deck. Didn't play any, didn't see any at the top tables, didn't side this in once. I probably would not side this again, so but that's my side deck. Any questions or anything? I don't know.
Nah, I think I'm good. Any questions below, guys? Just comment and rate, like, subscribe. All right, later, guys.